Bristol Mayor Marvin Rees has told ITV News the campaign to scrap the role is negative and a waste of taxpayers' money. Voters go to the polls on Thursday to decide the future direction of the city's council leadership, with supporters of an alternative committee system arguing it will be more democratic. Richard Payne reports.
Once again, Bristol is at the centre of a struggle for power. At stake, its very leadership, in which direction the city will take for years, maybe decades to come. At such a crossroads, you might think its population would feel an enormous responsibility weighing heavy on its shoulders. Well, not exactly.
No, I don't feel strongly at all, no, so I probably won't vote.
I didn't know there was a referendum, so I'm going to have to read the blurb that comes through my door, aren't I?
Sort of knew one was coming, but yeah, not really worried about it, to be honest.
I'm all for it, and I think that yes, we should be voting.
It doesn't really affect me.
If they do vote, they'll be deciding who runs the city council, a mayor or a committee system. A mayor would continue to be elected directly by the public every 4 years and carry the ultimate say on the city's priorities. The alternative is a series of committees on issues including education, transport and social care, made up of some of the 70 ward councillors also elected by the public every 4 years. Fans of the mayoral system say it's more visible and effective. Opponents that it puts too much power in the hands of one person. Committee system supporters argue it's more democratic. Critics that only councillors would appoint a leader and political infighting would slow decision-making. From the council chamber, the man re-elected to be mayor last year and who will step down in 2 years' time is angry the referendum, triggered by a majority of 17 councillors, is even happening.
I think it's the wrong thing to spend £700,000 of Bristol taxpayers' money on it this time. We should be focusing on the challenges facing Bristol. And the mayoral system was up for judgment last summer. There was a mayoral election. 2 of the candidates ran on to scrap the mayor and didn't do very well. So we have had this question in the public domain.
In 2012, Bristol was the only city amongst 10 to vote to have a mayor. 6 months later, independent George Ferguson was promoted to power. A decade on, he says the role inside the city hall he renamed and once ran has been made redundant by the arrival of a West of England Metro Mayor.
I will vote against the mayoral system, but I won't regret the fact that we had one, and I'm proud of some of the things I did, but I do think it is an absolute game changer that we now have a Metro Mayor, and we have a much more balanced council that should be represented in the decision making. It's our city, and our city should be represented by our councillors of whatever party and colour.
The man who is Metro Mayor and of the same party persuasion as the Mayor of Bristol disagrees, but understands why the public might be confused by the current arrangement.
We've had a system in the past that has seen us fall behind other regions, and that gap is closing, and I hope that we'll soon see it with rocket boosters on, with us leading the way nationally on so many important areas, which we've started to do actually in Bristol and in the west of England. So I think it's a better system. You don't have to be an expert in it to know whether one system's better than the other, and I hope people will just spend a little bit of time, despite all their concerns, to think about this carefully and then vote for a mayor to continue in Bristol.
Mary Page quit her job and spent her own money to campaign for the committee system. Her group reject the idea of a mayor, whoever that may be, arguing the committee system would give equal voice to many more people.
There is no future for any mayor in this city. That is a power grab and a taking away of the rights and voices of the beautifully diverse number of people in this city. One person at the top saying this is my way can never be representative. It will always be the mayor, their friends, the people who are in favour, the people who owe position and power and influence. The mayor has privatised democracy.
With all the challenges Bristol faces, it is a democracy which voters will decide in whose hands it can be most trusted.
Richard Payne with that report. Next tonight, a body has been found in the search for missing 31-year-old Joseph Day from Bristol.